Hello and welcome back to my channel, or welcome for the first time. Either way, I'm super happy you're here. I'm back and I have another unboxing. So this is the July 2025 Mani by Me box, and this is Hawaiian Vintage, and I cannot wait to open this up. It is going to be so great, but it has been that long since I posted a video that my last video was my last unboxing of last month's box. Oh my goodness. We'll get into that later. Right now, we're just going to talk about the box. So the first card just tells you about everything that comes in the box. The second one is super awesome because if you're like, can't figure out what to do, or you need a little bit of help, that will give you a complete breakdown of how to do it. We got this awesome sticker that's going to go on my sticker desk. And now let's get into the good stuff. So first, we're going to unbox the polishes. These are super pretty. I cannot wait to show you guys them. So the first one is Seafoam Swell, and it is a green. It's very creamy and just super, super beautiful. And the second one is this gorgeous shimmery orange. It's called Sunset Glow. So beautiful. Cannot wait to use these. The green is going to be used a lot in this mani. Unfortunately, the orange I was going to use more, and then, well, you guys will see later. But I didn't use it as much. But that's okay. I will definitely, I mean, it is a color I will grab for a lot with stamping. It's so beautiful. So this is the exclusive gift. This only comes in the box, and it is a stamper, which I'm super excited about, and a little scraper card, which I'll use both in today's video. But I needed a new stamper, so this is actually perfect. You can really never have too many stampers. I probably have like 10, but a good chunk of those have just been worn down. I still keep them because I use them for decals, use them for chrome stamping. There's a lot of things you can use with them, even if you can't really stamp with them anymore. And some of them are just a little bit cloudy, so I can still stamp with them, but it is harder to see through. So, all right, let's get into these stamps. These are going to be, I'm not sure which one I'm pulling out first. I can't really see. I think this is MXM 155. The other one is MXM 156, or vice versa. Either way, they're exclusive to the box, and they're just chocked full of Hawaiian goodness. Now, I will be honest, I do not know much about Hawaii. Hi, I'm just saying, I'm peeking at you guys in the plate. Anyway, I don't know much about Hawaii. I've never been to Hawaii. It's a beautiful place. I would absolutely love to go. But I don't think you have to like be from there to do a inspired mani from there. And I just love that this plate just gives you all the things that, well, a good chunk of things that Hawaii is known for, and some of the beautiful foliage that's in Hawaii. I think that's really awesome. So I'm really excited to do this. We are going to do some regular stamping on a couple nails, and then we're going to do a lot of reverse stamping. I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm so stuffed up this morning, so I probably sound like crap, but I really needed to get this done. I'm trying to get back into the swing of things of uploading weekly, but it hasn't happened yet. And we'll talk about the whys here soon. I am going to just really quick do a little swatch stamp on both of these. And I am using my flower plate, because it's what the majority of my stamping polishes have been swatched with. I know what I'm saying. Words. Apparently it's been a long time and I forgot how to do this. But this is the Seafoam Swell, and it shows up great on white and great on black. Like sometimes you get a polish and it shows up really good on one but not the other. This one, great on both. This next one, which is Sunset Glow, shows up super good on the black, and it shows up really well on the white as well. It just looks different on the white. It's not as shimmery, but this would be perfect over dark colors, especially black. Okay, so we got these swatched. So the next step is to get the nails done. So I did pre-paint the nails. I wanted to leave that out so we could focus on the stamping, especially because we're doing reverse stamping. I just used some gels, Conde Ombre, 2 of them. The other 3 are well, 2 are the blue and 1 is the yellow solid. These are the colors that I'm going to be reverse stamping with, and those 2. And let's get started. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're just going to do 2 solid stamps. So no reverse stamping on these 2. And I will tell you guys that this is going to change. So I initially went in with this gorgeous orange color. It is beautiful. You guys will see why I change it at the end. But I do. Also, if anyone is new to stamping and really wants to try it, I know I kind of rush through it in my videos. Most of the time I make it look really easy. Sometimes I really struggle. I don't know why. But really it's about how much polish you put on over the stamp, how you're scraping. You really don't want to scrape hard. You're just kind of scraping at an angle. And then also the pickup is really important. Something that I also find super helpful is going to Maniology's YouTube page. They have a ton of videos, like a ton. I believe they also just released 2 short 5-minute video each of like just stamping, starting off guides, like to really get stamping figured out. I haven't checked those out yet just because I've been stamping for so long. I don't really feel that they're necessary for me, but highly recommend Maniology's YouTube channel if you're just starting off or if you're struggling. Super helpful. Okay, so while I am stamping, I got 2 more full like single images before we get into the whole reverse stamping thing. So I just wanted to talk a little bit more about this box. I did mention this in my last video, but the subscription box is $30 a month, and that's for everything. They also have a smaller box. It's $15 or $20. I cannot remember. It is a sub box, so it would come every month. And it doesn't come with the polishes. So that's for people who just, they just really don't need more polishes, or some people that really like to pick out the polish colors that they like and not, surprise, here's what you get. The other cool thing about their subscription box is if there's a month where you're like, I'm not really feeling this one, it's not really speaking to me, then you don't have to get it. You can skip that month. So that's really cool. This is my first reverse image. I'm just getting it down on the stamper. I do go back in after this and do another image on the nail. You'll see that here in a minute. Anyway, that stamp did not pick up well. It was really splotchy at the top of it, so I am redoing it, and I did not have to take off, clean off the plate. A lot of times I can get away with doing that maybe 2 to 3 times, but then after that it's like, yeah, we're not picking up anymore. You got too much dried nail polish, or dried polish on the stamping plate itself. So then you'll have to clean it off and restamp. Anyway, where was I? Oh, the other cool thing is if you're a new member, well, I believe sub 5 will save you $5, but also you can go, only new members can do this, or only subscription members can do this. You can go back and any past boxes that are still available, because they do run out, you can purchase those. So that's another really cool thing. And then you also, if you're just like, oh my gosh, I can't do a subscription, but I am absolutely obsessed with this box, you can go in and do a one-time purchase, and that's $35. Okay, got that all out. I think that's everything. Also, you can, if you just want to go shop on Maniology, you can use my code, which is Manny's by Jill, and save. That does not go towards the sub boxes. I do not know if that goes towards the one-time box though, but I don't think so, but it could, you could try it, if you're interested in just this box. All right, let's get into, not the reverse stamping yet. I have the 2 of the reverse stamping images down, and then I decided to go in with this blue, which is blue glue from, I think, the Classroom collection a while ago, like a long time ago. I think last I saw, it's still available, but it's only available as a collection. I don't think they're available individually. Anyway, I thought this would look super cute on this yellow nail. The blue matches perfectly to the blue gel that I used. Um, and I just thought it would really look good. And we are going to do a reverse stamping image over that one. So one more image to pick up for our reverse stamping, and then we will start coloring. And I am using the black, straight up black, for the reverse stamping images. Also, something cool that I just saw, because I went to Maniology's website to check just to make sure that I was giving accurate information. I really hate when I'm not. That's when I realized that the Express kit is $22, not 15 or 20. But anyway, that they have made past subscription plates. So the exclusive plates that you only get with the subscription boxes, they have made available to everybody, probably because they have an abundance of plates. They got to sell them. Like, I mean, it only makes sense. I think I could understand why some subscription members would be like, hey, those are supposed to be exclusive to us. But at the same time, like, if you have inventory, it doesn't make sense to just let it sit there. It makes sense to open it up and sell it. So you can get those plates. They are, from everything I saw, like $11 a piece. So that's pretty cool. I think that's awesome if you're just interested in some of the plates from the past subscription boxes. I might actually go through and look at some of those and maybe make a purchase here soon if I can. But money's kind of tight right now, so I don't know. So I've got my little palette so that I can start my reverse stamping. I always start off with one color and I go through all my reverse stamping with that one color before I move on to the next. I try to put as little down as I can because it will dry pretty quickly and then I'll have to put more down. So I don't want to put a big, huge gob and then it dries up and I can't use it. That would be extremely, extremely wasteful. I am using an extremely tiny dotting tool and I find this works really well for bigger images. I wish I wouldn't have been so lazy and I would have gotten up and grabbed a nail art liner brush and used that for some of the smaller images, because I did go outside the lines a little bit, but it is so hard to tell, especially when you're looking at the stamps when they're all done. If you want to nitpick and like look really close, you will see where I went out of the lines. But at the end of the day, nobody is really looking at my nails that close, especially because I put them on for pictures and then take them right off because I just use sticky tabs for these. But anyway, okay. So while I'm doing this, I will give you guys an update while you guys watch me sit here and color. So 3 weeks ago, I was kind of just having an off day. I mean, they're all off lately, but I didn't really feel very well. I was kind of just laying down with the dogs, watching TV. And then I got up about 5 o'clock. I went in to help my mom make dinner. And I was just standing there and I kind of got this like wave of nausea. I felt like I was going to pass out and I had some really, really bad, like stabbing shoulder pain. Like I felt like someone was stabbing me in my shoulder. When I talked to my doctor and she had told me that my stress test revealed that I don't even think I can say it, but myocardio ischemia. I'm probably not saying that properly, but basically your heart is not getting the proper amount of oxygen. That's what that means. So she said, do not mess around. If you get any of these symptoms, and she gave me a big old list: dizziness, nausea, and pain, shoulder pain, arm pain, neck pain, jaw pain, and chest pain was all on that list. She said, do not mess around. Go to the emergency room. So I really didn't want to go, but it wasn't getting any better. So like, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes went by and I was like, okay, I'm not going to mess with this. So we went. So we got there, they did an EKG, which was abnormal. Basically, so the first few EKGs I had a T wave abnormality. They didn't seem really concerned about it. They just noted it down like you have this abnormality. I just butchered that. Anyway, and then this time I had an ST wave oh my God, I cannot say that word right now. Anyway, not normal. But also not like, not a sign of a heart attack or anything. When I look it up, because they don't explain it to me, they just write it down in my report, like, hey, this is what we saw. But they don't say anything. They don't explain it to me. So when I looked it up, basically it said that the myocardial ischemia can cause a T wave abnormality or an ST wave abnormality. I don't know if that's what caused it. I don't know if that's why I had it, but I also don't know, like, if that was what was causing my pain and my symptoms. It's not like I was doing anything. I was literally standing there making a salad. So at that point, they did some blood work, and my blood work showed I had a really high D dimer, which is not always, but it can be a sign of blood clots. So then they rushed me back to do a CT to make sure I did not have a pulmonary embolism. I did not. They did not see anything on the CAT scan. So, but because I had a high D dimer, because my EKG wasn't normal, they at that point decided to admit me to run some tests the next morning. So I stayed the night. That was fun. I really loved that. I couldn't eat. I couldn't drink. I literally could not do anything. They did give me an IV with some, something to not dehydrate me, something to hydrate me. I don't know why I can't think of what it is at this point, but anyway, but yeah, that wasn't fun. So the next morning I woke up, actually it was like 5 o'clock in the morning, I think, when they came in and did the echocardiogram. That looked good. I had a little bit of thickening of one of the walls, but nothing bad. Okay, so then at that point they did I can't remember exactly what it's called, a CT cardiogram maybe. Basically they put the fluid through you and they watch to see if you have any blocked arteries. I did not. All my arteries looked good. No blood clots, like I said, no blocked arteries. So at that point they were like, okay, well, all of this looks good. We want you to follow up with your cardiologist. Like, you're not having a heart attack. At that point, I wasn't really in pain anymore because it's the next day. Everything had kind of settled down. And then they released me, but they did a Holter monitor and I have to wear it for 30 days. So I'm still wearing that right now. The fun thing about that, I actually got it extended like 5 days because I had a really bad, and I can share the picture. I guess I will. It's not going to hurt anything, but I had a really bad allergic reaction from the adhesive that they use to put these strips on. So I'm going to share a picture really quick. Okay, so the first picture is like the day after, and then this picture is like 3 days later. I mean, you can see it's just, ugh. It itched, it burned, it hurt really bad, and it's right down the center of my chest, so it really sucked. So I got on the phone with the company that does the stuff. Basically, the company that manufactures and sends out the adhesive stuff, and asked them if they had anything hypoallergenic, just to find out that the stuff that I already had was the hypoallergenic. But they also had this other, it's basically just, instead of a whole entire strip of adhesive, it's just 2 tabs, and then you snap on the Holter monitor to those tabs. So they sent those. I am wearing those right now. I so far do not feel like I'm having any kind of reaction, but I won't know 100% until I take them off. They usually last anywhere from 4 to 8 days before you kind of lose the adhesiveness and you have to replace them. So I'll find out. I'm really hoping I'm not having a reaction to these ones, because at this point in time, like right now, and it has been at least a week since I took those last ones off and saw that I was having an allergic reaction, I still have, like, it's the last one's not even cleared up yet. So I'm really hoping, I guess at this point, if I am having an allergic reaction, I'm done. I'm not wearing it anymore. I don't know if it's even picking up anything, because I won't know until I meet with my cardiologist. So, okay. So that is all of that. That was 3 weeks ago. And then following all of that, we went to Washington, picked up my fiance's sons. They are adults, but we went and picked them up. They came out for a week to visit. So they were staying in my nail trailer. I had to kind of clean everything up, and that's where they were staying. So there was no nails that week. And that was good because the whole point of them coming out was to spend the week with them, showing, going different places and all that. So we had a really good week. And then the week after that, I just kind of was feeling really run down from, I don't know, all the stuff from the week before. So I kind of took another week off, and then I was like, okay, now I need to get back into it. And that is where we are today. I'm getting back into it. I really am. My son is actually coming today. He lives in Washington. He will be here today, and he will be here until, I believe, they're leaving Sunday. So this will be uploaded for this week, and then hopefully I'll have a video for next week. If I don't, then I will the week after. I am going to try to get back into it, assuming I can just maintain some level of like feeling good. Right now, again, I still don't know what's going on. In my opinion, just based on the research I've done, I think it's either a blood clotting disorder, which my mom does have one that is extremely hereditary. I have not been tested for it yet, but my doctor is working on getting that scheduled. Or I think it's some kind of like vascular issue. What that means, I have no idea. Like, I don't know. I just don't know enough about it. So I'm hoping we can get to the bottom of this and I can just start feeling better. Most days I feel mostly fine. Some, like today I woke up, my thighs are just, I feel like I literally did 100 squats yesterday, and I promise you I did not do one squat. So yeah, some days are good, some days are bad. Okay, I'm going to stop talking about all of this because I'm stamping and nobody's paying attention. I mean, I'm not paying attention. These lay down so perfectly, and that thumb is by far my favorite nail. I absolutely love it and could not stop staring at it. We're going to go in with this one now, which I believe is the middle finger, and I think that turned out so pretty. I love how I kind of did the blue and yellow. I really love how this whole set just kind of pulled together. Well, once I'm at the end. This one I wish I would have just, it's really hard when you're trying to lay them down. I thought I had it all centered, but unfortunately I kind of have a little gap at the top. So you will see how I fix that here in a second, because I had this little piece of flowers that I threw them on the ground, not the ground, the table. So I'm grabbing some tweezers, and I'm just going to take these flowers that actually went on the bottom, but there wasn't enough room, and I'm going to add them to the top, and it's super easy. And I need to clip off the top, and I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see that unless I'm zoomed in right now just so that you guys could see everything close up. Okay, yes. But that fixed that perfectly, and this nail is, I don't know. The thumbnail's my favorite. This probably is my second favorite. I just love how it turned out. I did a lot of reverse coloring in, and then didn't have as much payoff as I thought I would, but the nail's small. So right now I'm literally looking at these, and this is where I'm kind of like, you know what? Actually, that's not true. I was thinking that the two that I did in the orange just weren't fitting in, but I was going to just go with it. So I'm going to top coat everything. And then I go to put the nails in the lamp, and at the very last second, I pull this pinky and the pointer finger out, and I just wipe them off with alcohol. And then I will wipe them off with acetone. And because I have gel underneath, the acetone does not hurt the gel in any way. I can wipe those stamps right off and redo them. Without affecting the polish. Now, if I would have gone in with stamping polish or nail polish like I tend to do sometimes, that would not have been the case. I would have lost the entire nail. I probably wouldn't have even done it at that point. I would have just left it the way it was. But anyway, so you guys will see here in just a couple minutes, I'm going to go in and redo those exact same stamps. I'm not changing the stamps. I'm just changing it to the yellow polish, which is Beeper Buzz, and that was last month's box. And I will link it if it's available, because I do know that the polishes that come in the sub boxes aren't exclusive. They're just early release. So they do become available to the public, but they're early release to the subscription members. Whew, I have just been yapping and yapping and yapping. No breaks for me. Okay, so I'm just taking that one, and this time I did decide, and I don't even know why I do this. Okay, I don't know why I'm so obsessed with cleaning off the outside because the nail is so small that I'm not going to get any of the outside on the nail anyway, but it's kind of like a habit at this point. But I did decide to just kind of go in and put a little bit more of these, just kind of fill in some of the spots with the flower. I don't know exactly what this is, but it's super pretty. Anyway, and then on the next one, I will do the same stamp I had done on the next one, which we will be at right now. Um, and I did lay down because I wiped everything clean. There was no sticky layer at all from the gel anymore. I did just put down a layer of protein bond because that's extra sticky and it works great for stamping. But if you cannot use gel or don't use gel, or you don't want to waste your protein bond, because that is something I've thought about before, like I'm wasting this, I really need to stick to using this just on my nails. The Maniology sticky base coat, perfect. I'm actually out. I need to get more, but that stuff works great. Also, you can use a gel or an air dry transfer foil glue. Those work super good. I typically only use the air dry one, but you can also use a gel one. Anything that's going to have a sticky base. I do find with like gel base, it's almost, I don't know what it is. It's like sticky, but it's also, it can smudge a little bit. So you got to be careful with that one. I do not prefer using gel base for stamping. I would rather use transfer foil gel or transfer foil glue, like the air dry, over a gel base. But whatever works for you, it doesn't matter. But because I'm doing these full cover stamps, that looks better in my opinion. Okay, they're top coated. They're done. Anyway, whatever works best for you is what I was trying to say. Use whatever works best for you. But if you're looking for a really good one, Maniology sticky base coat, perfect. And then I just gel top coat right over these. But if you can't use gel top coat, use Maniology smudge free top coat. That stuff is amazing. And then you can just, whatever top coat you want to go in. I wouldn't use that as the top coat. You can, but then you can just go in and you can dip top coat. You can gel top coat at that point if that's what you want. But if you're going to do that, I just recommend gel top coating. Or you can use nail polish. Okay. Whew. So we are getting our cuticle oil on, rehydrating our really dried out. No, it's just a habit. And my sticky tab was coming loose, so I kind of had to, I don't know, they weren't cooperating very well with this Mani, but I did get through the rest of this, and then pictures turned out good. So no complaints there. Thank you guys so much for sticking with me and staying subscribed. I promise I'm going to get better, and I will keep you guys updated on everything that's going on. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you really enjoyed this. Have a beautiful day. Bye.